Yo, what's going on, J-Town Prods? I do remember you. How are you doing, bro? How are you doing, my friend? Have you been well? I hope you've been alright. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh, I've been doing pretty good myself. I'm gonna get out there on another POV Reddit. A I'm editing a video right now that I'm about to throw up on YouTube, and then I got another. I don't know. I'm gonna have 2 episodes to throw up, so I got a workday vlog that I made, and then yeah, see, I hit a big ass jump and cracked the weld on the back of the G52. Oh shit, dude, that's nuts, man. Dude, I actually hit a jump yesterday. I mean, I didn't crack the weld or anything, but that's fucking crazy. Dude, yeah, and I had a buddy also. He doesn't have the G52, but he has the what is it called? The Anioki um A9000 or whatever it is. And yeah, his weld broke, and that company sent him a brand new like $4,000 bike. So hopefully you're getting that replaced. Did you already contact Happy Run? Yeah, the stock suspension I don't think is all that good. I was able to I was able to replace that stock suspension basically immediately. I mean, the stock suspension on my G52 broke within the first 2 hours of me riding it. Yeah, I would contact Happy Run for sure. See what you can get done. Since you got the G52, you're probably going to end up emailing them. Um, yeah, I hope that works out. Honestly. Oh. Man, I'm not even gonna lie. This coffee is not doing it for me today. I am not all that satisfied with this coffee. How you doing, boy? How you doing? You're so cute. Oh, come here. Come here. Come here. There you want to. So come here, you fat fuck. Gaze upon my kitty. Look at my cat. He is adorable. I think I'm gonna have to get a Talaria, or I think I'm gonna get a Talaria X3, but at least then I'll have 3 bikes. Do they just send you a frame or the whole new bike with the battery? I'm not too sure. I would assume that they send you a whole new bike. Like if I had to guess, I would assume that Happy Run would send you a whole new bike. Maybe you just keep your own batteries and then put those new batteries in the bike. Maybe they send you a bike with some batteries, but yeah. Yeah, I'm not terrible. Like I don't know for sure. I've yet to have a catastrophic failure on any of my Happy Run bikes. Um, but I would hope that they would replace it, like the whole thing. Ooh. Yeah, bro. Yeah, getting that whole new bike would be pretty awesome. I mean, even if you got the extra batteries, because then you could just keep going. Especially, so if you have a G52 right now, you probably only have one battery. So if they sent you, that would be actually pretty cool. Because if they sent you a new, yeah, you can pop wheelies on the G52. That's actually nuts. So you're pretty good at that then. Um, what was I gonna say? If they sent you a G52, like a new one in the box and everything, with the battery, then you would technically have just about almost everything that you need to literally just put two batteries on your G52. You know what I'm saying? Because if they send you a second battery with a second battery rail, then there's no reason why you shouldn't just take the two batteries that you have and put them on one bike, right? Like if you have a bike frame that's completely broken, like it broke at the weld, like you could learn how to weld, I guess. Like that's one option. I guess that's not so bad. Like you could learn how to weld, but like not everybody wants to do that. It would be like 36. I think it would be 36 amp hours because I think it's 18. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost 100% certain that the G52 comes with an 18 amp hour battery. So if you doubled it, it would be 36 amp hours. Almost 40. Almost 40. For sure. Yeah, dude. But, but, on that note, because I've said this before in my review videos and in my modification videos, for the G52, you are experiencing battery sag. I have the G52 and the G100 Pro. I've just been modifying a bunch of them. What I would say is that so with the G52 that you have right now, the yeah, with the G52 you have right now, you're only riding around with one battery, and that means you're definitely experiencing battery sag. And what that is like when you get down to the bottom 20, maybe 25% of your battery, you're not going to be getting that max speed. You're not going to be getting anywhere near the torque that you want. I mean, the bike might max out at like 20 miles an hour in the highest pedal assist, you know? Once you start getting too low on battery. And so, one of the things that you could actually remedy is if they send you a new bike, which I think they should. I think that Happy Run should just be a good customer service company or whatever and replace your product, because all I'm going to say is that, like, look, I'm going to use this as an example, and I'm not paid by Happy Run or anything. Like, I can technically make money if I sell their bikes, but I haven't really sold any of their bikes, so I haven't made any money. So I don't mind just being absolutely brutally honest about everything, right? Um, another e-bike company, Anioki, right? Like I just said, one of my other viewers, same exact thing. He went off-road for just a little bit or something. Small little jump. Not even, I don't even think he went on a jump. And his weld broke on his bike, like right in the middle of the bike. Like the weld broke, making the bike unrideable, just like yours, right? And Anioki, he sent the picture in of the weld breaking, and Anioki, full replacement of the bike, absolutely full replacement of the bike. Insane, right? That's great. That's exactly how it should be. Now with your bike, right? Now I would assume that they should do that. And if you do get a second G52, I highly recommend literally stripping down your first G52, unless you decide to actually get like a welder from Harbor Freight and try and welding it back together. Yeah, I would take the battery and the battery rail off of your broken G52, and then go buy a dual battery discharger for like $80 or something, and then hook that up to your new G52. Then you'll have two batteries, which will work as 36 amp hours together, and you won't have any of that battery sag, right? So you can use both batteries almost all the way down to like 10%, right? And still get almost all of that juice, right? Almost all that torque. So that's going to be, I think that should be the route that you go. But I mean, obviously, feel free to do anything. It's your life. I think that's a smart route to go, though, right? They should number one, your bike just broke. Number two, they should replace your bike for free. Number three, that means you'll technically have two frames laying around. And then number four, combine what you have into one bike frame to have a better functioning bike. You'll have more than double the range. You'll have slightly more power and torque, yada yada. And let's see. Yeah, okay, yeah. If you get a Teleria, though, like, I mean, look, as much as I like Happy Run, I love Happy Run. Don't get me wrong. I think they're actually a pretty decent company. I don't think that Happy Run is like the best end all be all e-bike company that there is. You'd be smoking crack if I said that, right? But while Happy Run is decent, Teleria, right? There are big boys in the game, right? There are some big motherfucking boys in the e-bike game, excuse my language. So like, the Onyx 80 volt RCR, you gotta be kidding me, bro. You're going like 80 miles an hour on that thing. It's got an 18,000 plus watt rear hub motor. Yeah, the Teleria, right? Teleria X3, the Pro, all that stuff. Get out of here, dude. Like, sure, the Teleria doesn't have pedals, and sometimes you do want pedals, but hey, for what it is, I still like dirt bikes. Like, I don't really care much about the difference between pedals and no pedals, but let me just put it this way. For example, in this video that I'm editing, I was doing a POV ride yesterday, and I, like, dead ass approached the police. Like, there were some cops just chilling in a parking lot, like, scoping out the place or whatever. And I literally just rode right up to the fucking cop, parked right in front of him, and asked him to roll his window down. And I offered the cop donuts, right? If I was on a Teleria X3, I guarantee you that cop probably would have decided to question me about some things, right? I'm not trying to say that I was like bullying the cop or anything. I legitimately had some donuts that I was not going to eat, right? And I just wanted to be nice and like, hey man, I don't want to throw these donuts away. Do you want a couple donuts or something? So I understand how the cop could have taken that as an insult, and therefore easily could have decided to start questioning, right? But I was on my G52, which has pedals, right? And I'm faking the pedaling, right? Also, I mean, they're not gonna. I don't think they have a way of measuring the power of the motor necessarily. Um, Although they could just like literally grab it and pull the throttle and see how fast it goes, but that's beside the point. My point is that, yeah, if I had approached that cop on any e-bike that did not have pedals, I probably would have gotten some questions, you know? Like no license plate, nothing like that, no registration sticker, obviously. Yeah, you know. But I will say, I mean, at some point, someday, I definitely want to try uh, one of the e-dirt bike styles. Yeah, one of the e-dirt bike styles, one of the e-dirt bikes. Because I just honestly I'm not used to riding around on anything that doesn't have pedals. Not that I really use the pedals at all, right? Typically it's always just fake pedaling, you know, if I pedal at all. But yeah, yeah, dude. And well, and the thing is I am okay. Like I do one of those two things. Like I'm not an asshole. I don't do, you know, I don't do like wheelies in the street or like I'm not reckless around people's cars or anything like that. Because I understand the concern citizens would have with anyone of any age being reckless in the streets. Like, for let me just say, for example, right? I live in an apartment, okay? And you know, we have our cars parked right out front of our apartment, just like normal, right? There's no garage, there's no covered whatever, right? So if there were some kids or even adults, right? Anywhere from 15 to 40 years old, whatever, I don't really care. If they were doing like really reckless stuff, like driving 50 miles an hour and doing wheelies, you know, down this small, narrow parking lot, right? Maybe I would be concerned because all it takes is one mistake for them to like. All it takes is one mistake for them to either go like straight into a vehicle, which I know they probably don't have insurance, because I mean, if you're riding around on a bike, I mean, I don't know how you have insurance. But then also they could hurt themselves, right? And I'm not saying that like doing wheelies is bad or anything. Like I'm just saying that number one, I know that I cannot do a wheelie right now. I could hurt myself. Number three, other people could be in the same position, right? Like there are other people out here who maybe are not as cautious, right? Like if I ever decide to start trying to learn how to do wheelies again, it's gonna be like, you know, in the grass or something where I'm not gonna just eat shit on the concrete and, you know, get a fucking concussion or something. Um, but there are people out there who absolutely would like have never tried a wheelie before and then are suddenly like, oh, I'm going to try and do a wheelie at 40 miles an hour on this main road, even though I've never tried to do a wheelie before. And then they just like eat shit in front of a bunch of traffic and like possibly get hit or something, you know? Like that's what I'm talking about. Well, and again, like you're saying, you're not on the road, not being an asshole, you know, I do ride around on the road. I'll say that. I'm not an asshole. I don't cut out in front of people. I try not to ride in the road when there's other traffic. In fact, I try not to ride in the road at all. But, you know, if you have two neighborhoods, right, and one large main road right here and like two neighborhoods like this, I need to go from one neighborhood to the other neighborhood. So I need to kind of hop on this road for just a second. She said, yeah, the happy run's taking a beating from the looping, pretty much just the back seat. Yeah, dude, I ended up taking, I think you told me to do that, actually. I think you actually popped in my chat and told me to take the back seat off, or maybe you commented on one of the past videos. Maybe it wasn't you. Uh, but I could have swore you were telling me to take the back, you know, that little back seat rest thing off of the back of the G52 because someone said it looked better with it taken off. I went ahead and took it off for sure, and I actually agree. I think the G52 looks a little bit better without that little butt rest sticking up on the back. Yeah, yeah, you said that. Man, I would really like to find a way to get like an aftermarket seat on the G52. You know, like I think it's cool and all. Like it's a nice little. I'll say it's like kind of edgy. for the seat that it is, you know. And I mean, sure, I like edgy stuff. Like I don't really care saying that Mustangs are edgy. You know what I'm saying? Like I like literally not like edge lords that are cringe as fuck on the internet, but you know what I mean? Like cars that are edgy, right? You know, like the Mustang Fox bodies, or you know, stuff like that. I fucking. uh, but anyway, the seat on the G52, it's kind of edgy, which I do like. You know what I mean? It's like got that very straight edge cut on it. It doesn't look bad. But I'm riding around on these bikes a lot, you know? Like a lot. And I feel like the G52, the seat gets to a point where it really does. Maybe it doesn't make you chafe, but I feel like after a couple hours on the G52, or if you ride like 3 or 4 days in a row, that seat kind of hurts your ass. Like, not at first, but a couple hours in, man. Couple hours in, dude. Yeah, and like the G100 Pro, obviously that seat is on a whole other level, but the G52 is straight up like some, I don't even know how to describe the foam that's in there. It's just a lot harder than normal. Yeah, it's like you're sitting on like a rectangular block of styrofoam or something, you know? There's not too much give in the actual seat. So, I'd like to find an aftermarket seat for the G52. Oh, also, that's it for my coffee. I'm probably going to go ride. Oh, where's my camera? I'm gonna at least get ready. No, I've never ridden a Talaria. Yeah, I haven't ridden any of those really crazy e-bikes, you know, like a Sur-Ron or anything like that. Well, hello. Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, I feel like it's a whole other ball game. How you doing, boy? What are you doing? Yeah, that would be really nice. I will say, I do have a special episode coming up because, yo, what's going on, Legend? I was just talking about how you got your bike replaced because my buddy in here, J-Town Prods, actually broke the weld on his bike as well. So I was telling him to contact the manufacturer, and they totally should give him a brand new bike for free because J-Town Prods also broke the weld on his bike at the same location you broke the weld on your bike. Um, yeah, what's up, bro? Damn, yeah, 2DO with the Sur-Ron battery. So he's overvolting the crap out of the he's got the G52. He's got that orange bike that I have. Um, so I was telling, yeah, he's got the G52. So I was just telling him if he can get another one of those, right? Like if they can replace his bike for free, then I think that he should just take the old battery off of his current G52 and attach it with the new G52 so that you know, he could at least get two batteries on there. If he's gonna get a bike for free, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you painted it black, dude. That's nice. That's nice. I've been wanting to change the color. I've really been wanting to change the color on my G52. Sorry, I'm going through some of my files. Ooh. You are up early. Not even saying 7 a.m. yet. 7 a.m. yet here. Yeah, I'm up a bit early. Let's see. He told me to keep the old one for parts. That's perfect. Brakes leak, waiting on replacement. 160 miles on new bike. Leaks a little, but still functional. Nice, man. Legend lives in, what was it, Arizona? I think it's Arizona. There we go. All right. Oh, dude, yeah, I want to. Oh, man, I want to hit up Colorado so bad. Oh, so bad, dude. Oh, my goodness. I need to take a road trip. Yeah, I need to take a road trip with these bikes or something. It's going to be a little weird, though, because if I do take a road trip with the bikes, that basically means that I would get one really good ride with the bikes, and then it would be go charge the batteries overnight in the hotel of wherever I stay, 8 hours of assembly of bike start to finish. Holy crap, man. Holy crap. Ooh. All right. I'm going to go ahead and excuse my French, but it's hella annoying. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hop off the live stream for now. I'm gonna try and get on the road and just, I don't know, go ride on the bike or something for a little bit. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much for hopping in.